Next in our special test, we're going to check meniscus, so another intercapsular structure. And it's another one where if there's a lot of swelling that we see in observation, we know we're going to have to check out the meniscus. It's typically injured when they're in a bent knee position and they twist or rotate through the knee. So the meniscus gets trapped between the femoral condyle and the tibial plateau, and it gets pinched and catches, and then it tears when they rotate or twist through the knee. So we're going to be simulating that with our orthopedic tests. There's two that we do, Apley's and McMurray's. Apley's is pretty straightforward, McMurray's is a bit more confusing. So we'll do our Apley's first. I'll get you turning on the stomach for me. So with Apley's compression, you're going to bring the athlete's knee into about 90 degrees of flexion, and you can rest your forearm on their foot, you grab onto their heel, and the other hand is going to grab onto the tibia or lower leg. You're applying a downwards pressure with your forearm down through the leg, and that's going to compress the meniscus between the femoral condyles and tibial plateau. And then you're going to add in some passive rotation. So you can keep that downwards pressure and passively rotate the tibia. Now, you ask them, do they have any increased pain with that? They say yes, then you're going to get more specific. Do you have more pain when we rotate the tibia outwards? Do you have more pain when we rotate the tibia inwards? And when we rotate the tibia outwards, we more tighten the medial knee joint capsule and therefore put more pressure on the medial meniscus. And when we rotate the tibia inwards, we more tighten the lateral knee joint capsule and therefore put more stress through the lateral meniscus. So just remember, internal tibial rotation stresses more the lateral meniscus, and external tibial rotation stresses more the medial meniscus. So that's our Apley's compression for meniscus tear. McMurray's, I'll be flipping over to the graph for me. McMurray's, we're going to put the athletes in as much knee flexion as they can tolerate. That's going to start to compress the meniscus between the femoral condyles and tibial plateau. And if I want to stress her lateral meniscus, then I need to internally rotate the tibia because it's going to more tighten the lateral knee joint capsule. So that's starting to compress the meniscus more. I can do my valgus force as well through the knee, which is going to further compress the lateral femoral condyle and lateral tibial plateau. So pushing from the lateral side through to the medial. And I've got my thumb right over the lateral knee joint line here, so I can feel if there's any clips or pops in the knee as we passively flex and extend the knee. So I'm keeping my internal tibial rotation, I'm keeping that valgus force through the knee, and I passively flex and extend the knee. We're checking for any twinges of pain, and if I feel any pops or clicks in the knee when they feel that pain. For medial meniscus, I'm going to demonstrate on the other leg, because again, we've got to sit inside the athlete's leg. So we'll bring them into as much knee flexion as they can tolerate. And now I'm going to do my varus stress to the knee to compress the medial femoral condyle and medial tibial plateau while I hold external tibial rotation. We've got to get rid of the hip rotation first, so we bring the hip out as much as we can, hold that external rotation, and we passively flex and extend the knee. So there's a number of steps to it. The easiest way to remember is if I want to stress the lateral meniscus, then I need to internally rotate the tibia. And you just remember whatever direction the foot is pointing, that's the way that you're going to push through the knee. So internal tibial rotation, foot's pointing inwards. I'm going to push inwards through the knee, triggering my valgus force, and I flex and extend the knee. And I'm stressing the lateral meniscus. If I want to stress the medial meniscus, I need to externally rotate the tibia. Foot's pointing outwards, so I got to push outwards through the knee, and I passively flex and extend the knee and check for pain. So those are our two meniscus tests.